Hi friends, Aitherea here, and as you can see, I have taken the plunge and become a male Viera. Now, before you click off this video, if you even bothered to click because the title probably says these are glams for healers, give it a chance. Yes, they are healer glams, but there will be a lot of pieces that I use that are universal, that are not just for healers. So even if other pieces in the outfit are, you might still be able to find some inspiration for your other jobs. So maybe stick around and watch. And there are a few outfits that are completely just unlocked. They'll work on literally any job. But because I play healer, something I noticed once I became a male Viera is that it's rough out here for the dudes. Like, it's really changed my perspective because I used to kind of complain, to my friends every time they would drop an outfit and it wasn't really Aitherea coded, or I don't know. Sometimes I could recognize like that's cool, but it's not my style. Like, that's true. And I do definitely think that like it's an MMO and there should be something for everyone, but I would definitely have a little bit of grumbling because it's like, oh man, I feel like I missed out on like an outfit, right? Because they designed it in a way that I don't prefer. But now that I'm playing a male character, some of the outfits that I didn't like on female, I actually love and like super appreciate that they're in the game. So I feel like it taught me a really important and valuable lesson that like I kind of knew before, but like it really drove it home, where it's just like, it's really important for them to put in different styles and different types of outfits. Not everything needs to be an Aitherea hoe fit, because when you change to male Viera, you're not going to want to wear that anymore, and there's got to be stuff for the dudes. So that's what today's video is all about. We're going over some male healer glams that hopefully don't look too froofy, because I've definitely noticed that a lot of the healer glams are kind of very like feminine coded, and there's not necessarily anything wrong with that, because when I'm playing a female character, I love that. And if you play a male character and you like the feminine coded stuff, also nothing wrong with that. Very lovely. You look fantastic. But anyways, my point is there are people out there that also prefer to dress their characters more masculine presenting. So that's kind of who this video is for. Of course, I am a woman, and I've had, at this point, some arguments with some people about what masculine even means, because they think some of my outfits are not that masculine, but I think they're all masculine and they pass as masculine enough. And you know what? Just watch the video, okay? Let's get to the first outfit. By the way, all of these outfits will be on Eorzea collection, so you'll be able to see all of the colors of the dyes that I have chosen. And if you follow the links to that, you'll also be able to click on each and every piece to see kind of like its information and have a sense of maybe where it comes from. So all the information will be there for you. So this is the first outfit that I think I really made for my character when I first became male Viera, because I had absolutely nothing on my plates that would work after playing a female character. I was a miqote before, and I just trying to throw something together quickly, because I was like, it was late at night or something, I don't know. I just wanted something quick so I could run around and not look like a doofus, So I put together this strife outfit with the strife vest, and these boots are from the PvP like tech gear stuff. And then we have a couple Mog Station pieces. And I have to talk to you first also about the headpiece, because this headpiece is my new favorite headpiece in the game. Now, the one mistake I made when changing to male was that I picked Viera, because I can't wear any hats, like literally no hats, circlets and things like that, yes, but like if it's a hat, it doesn't work. So my hat game is going to be real weak. I cannot today give you hat recommendations for male characters, but I chose male Viera because it was my favorite male race. I don't regret it, but just, I'm sorry, the hat game is going to be really weak, and it's not my fault. But this particular circlet, this is the one from Juno. Ooh, it is so good. It looks so good on men, on male characters, and I feel like it looks so good, so many outfits. If you do not have it, you gotta go do that rating, get it. Ooh, delicious. It's the healer one, but I do believe the fending one looks the exact same, if you're curious. So I want to give some alternatives for this outfit because there are Mog Station pieces in here. So first of all, the pants are the street pants. So some alternatives that I think look really good are the snow linen bottoms of healing. These have kind of become a go-to for me. They're actually the reskin of the Scalic, but I like how they dye better than the Scalic. And then also the Bouncers Holster slacks. I think those are really cool. These two pants are going to be some of my like go-to alternatives throughout the entire video. Now, the gloves are the Eastern Lady Errant gloves, which they previously were not something you could wear on a male character, but I don't know when they did it, but they did make them gender unlocked, so you can wear them on either. I think they look really, really cool. But another option would be the Pink Barrel half gloves of healing or the crocodile skin arm guards of healing. My next outfit is not the most inspired or creative of outfits. It's literally just the gear from Pandemonium Abyssos. So that would be the 5th through the 8th raids. And now the version I have is the dyeable version, but I've left it undyed because you'll notice in the video I seem to like wearing black as a male character. So I didn't dye it, which means if you don't want to run the Savage unsynced, you don't have to. If you like it black, you can do it normal mode and it'll be pretty easy to get these pieces. Now the headband here that I have chosen is the Amatsu Hachigane, which was from a seasonal event, so it's not available anymore. However, surprisingly, the hat for this Abyssos gear actually does work on Bunny Boy. So I chose not to use it just because I think his eyes are so gorgeous and I wanted to be able to see his beautiful eyes and his beautiful face. But if you like the helmet from there, you can use that. It actually works on male Viera. Otherwise, again, I can't really recommend a hat to you. I'm sorry, I can't recommend an alternative very well because I can't really wear that many hats. But I'm sure you can find something cool. I believe in you. So yeah, not super creative on my end, but this is one of those sets that when it first came out, I was like, objectively, that's pretty cool, good design. Subjectively, not really my style. I did manage to make a hoe fit out of it because I did the entire raid series for that crap. Of course, I was going to find a way. But this is definitely one of those that shows me to appreciate these different designs because look at how good it looks. Look at how cool it looks. This is the kind of thing where it's like, if you're playing a male healer, you might have realized sometimes it's hard to like look really cool and edgy, and I feel like this healer gear really like it fits that vibe. So it's fantastic. Moving on to another uninspired glam, we have the Metian set. So this is from the Final Fantasy XVI crossover. It is unfortunately no longer available in the game. However, they will very likely rerun this crossover event. So if you weren't able to get this, someday you will be able to get it again. But I just had to include it because I just think it looks really cool. Okay, it looks really gosh darn good. It looks super cool as it is. So I think it's one of those outfits that's just such an easy pick. Like if you just want to look good and you don't want to have to put a lot of effort or thought into it, just put this on, maybe dye it whatever color you like, and you're good to go. Next up, we have a bit of a heavy armor offering. This chest piece was a PvP Malmstone reward. Unfortunately, it's not currently available anymore. However, we are hoping, and not coping. We are hoping, and it's probably quite likely, that it will eventually be put in the PvP reward area for trophy crystals because the Archfiend gear was. I chose to pair it with the Juno boots of healing, or whatever the heck they're called, because I don't know why, something about the full set wasn't giving. I would tell you what the pants are, but it really doesn't matter. You can wear anything under this. So if you have this is a really good one, but I don't want to spend really too much more time on this because a lot of people might not be able to get this yet. So let's move on. I promise I'll be getting into glams that everybody can have, that everybody can get in the game right now. I didn't order my plates, and the easiest way for me to do this video was just to go plate by plate and do them in order. Okay, so literally the next glam is something anyone can get just by playing the game. Let's do it. So the pieces in this glam, except for the hat, are all from Island Sanctuary. So this is just like my cute little breezy summer look. I feel like I tend towards putting my bunny boy in a lot of black, and then I'll end up getting in this mood where I want something a little bit more cute and like colorful. And yeah, I just love this. It's like a super summery, beachy look. The flower crown is not available in-game anymore. It was a past event piece, but you can get it on the Mog Station for $3, and I honestly think it's worth it. It occasionally will go on sale, I think probably soon, because I think it goes on sale during the summer event. And if it does, it's probably like maybe $1.20 or like $2. Even $3 though, I think is worth it, because I love this flower crown. It looks good both on male characters and female characters. But yeah, all of this stuff you can get in Island Sanctuary, and the other thing about Island Sanctuary is you can do it passively if you don't really want to put the effort in, just like set your workshop. I have some videos on that, so go look into that. Let's move on. So next up, we have this glam that makes use of the chaotic top, like the healing top, and the chaotic healing gloves. Now, you guys know, maybe, if you've ever seen any of my glam videos before, I usually try to make glams that aren't like too hard for people to get. Like I really want to make stuff accessible, but I'm gonna be honest. It was kind of hard for me because I'd never done anything with male fashion before. I didn't know what was out there. And then a lot of the healer stuff was like not really giving the vibe that I wanted. Like it was a little bit tough. So I ended up just being like, you know what? I'm going to make the glams that I like with the pieces I have, and then I'm going to show them to everyone. And some of these you might not be able to make because you don't have those things, but here they are, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you don't have the chaotic glam. Maybe it'll inspire you to try it eventually. Maybe we'll get lucky and in the future they'll nerf it. I don't know. But here is the glam. I, like I said, use the top and the gloves from Chaotic. I think it looks so cool. I love it so much. This one I think is a little bit on the sexy side. I actually really love the open chest. I love how good this glam looks on male Aitherea. I didn't pair it with because I have the whole Chaotic set for healer, because that I went hard on Chaotic because I loved the glam from it so much and the rewards were so good. So I went hard, but I did not want to pair it with the pants for my bunny boy, just because I didn't really like the full look. The full look was not quite, I guess, masc enough for me. It wasn't really giving, so instead I used, I think these are like Scion something or other pants. These are the new these are the new Star Crew boots that come from Cosmic Exploration. Think you can maybe buy them on the market board. Now the hat, once again, I have to use what I have and what works for me. This is an event piece. It was from All Saints Wake. It's not yet available in the Mog Station, but it will be during the next All Saints Wake event. So if you like them, you're gonna have to wait. They will eventually be in there. But for now, you know what would look cool with this? Probably the Juno healing circlet. Or like the Ultima horns. The Ultima horns you can actually get in the game. So those actually look really, really good with it. Okay, and finally we have a glam that pretty much anyone should be able to obtain in the game, and it's not that hard. The armor used to be tombstone gear, but now you can buy it with sacks of nuts, which you get for doing hunts or even hunt trains in Dawn Trail, Endwalker, or Shadowbringers. Very easy to get. It's like the radiant whatever of healing, and so are the boots. And then the pants we see, these are PvP wolf marks is what you have to do, so very easy. The only kind of tricky thing to get here would be the gloves, because they are from Asphodelis, which is the first savagery tier of Endwalker. You can unsync it, or you can just pick different gloves. I mean, they're not making that big of a difference in this glam because they're just kind of little teeny piece that doesn't even go over the hand that much, but I don't know, I thought they looked good. And as you can see, we once again are seeing that Archangel circlet or whatever the heck from Juno that we love. All right, this one super easy again for anyone to get. The main pieces are the thaliac pieces that once again come from wolf marks. So you just have to do a little bit of PvP, do your daily front lines for your series of milestones, and you probably have enough wolf marks to get this. Some people may already have this. I think it looks really cool. I paired it with the Zormor chaplets of healing. These are annoying. These were really annoying to get, you know. If you run that, here is the tip for you, because you have to run Workhor Zormor. Do not trash any of the pieces that you get, because if you do, you could get like duplicates. Because basically what happens when you go through that dungeon is, like, let's say that like the boots drop. As long as you have the boots in your inventory, you will not get them again, okay? So you'll get something else. So hold on to all of the pieces that drop in there until you get these chaplets if you're trying to get them. I think they're really cool. You can't see all of them with this outfit because these little wrist guards that are part of the thaliac piece cover it. But these little coin looking parts at the like hand I think look really nice. Like I said, all of these pieces are pretty easy to get. The headband, I believe you could just buy from an NPC, and the shorts are market board, so really, really easy to get. This video was definitely a little front-loaded with the more difficult glams. This glam, also a pretty easy one. We are using this chest piece that you will get from the MSQ, so a lot of you already have it. The only difficult thing to get that my character is wearing here are, again, the gloves, because these are the gloves from Chaotic. I just thought they were really cool. I'm sorry. But if you wanted something else to go with, you could literally just wear the Scion Traveler's gloves that match the jacket. Another one that I thought looked pretty cool was the Catisios gloves of healing. The pants, as you can see, are the bouncer holster ones, so the rest of it is just market board stuff. Can be a little bit expensive, but obviously you can pick and choose what pants you like. These are just pants that I really like. The boots here, though, are dirt cheap, though, because all of the Rebel stuff became really, 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 really cheap because it's coming out of Occult Crescent coffers, so you're gonna have no problem getting that. It's probably like 2 cents on the market, 2 gil. It's probably like 2 gil on the market board. All right, and now we are on to our 10th glam. This one could be tricky depending on what you decide. So as you can see, this is Savage gear. Most of it is Savage gear, and it's from the last tier, so the first Savage tier in Dawn Trail. These cannot be unsynced just yet. However, they are easier to do. So if you want the dyeable version of this, then you would have to do the Savage raid. However, I would argue that it looks good as its base colors, white and red. Of course, you'll be seeing this on the screen, so you can make an outfit with that. The only problem is if you do leave it as the base colors, the pants, which are from Juno, you're gonna have to dye them pure white to match. Now, if you don't want to put the money into that, because I don't blame you, I rarely ever pay for pure white dye myself. I'm just like, it's not worth it. I'll either do like pearl white or whatever. I don't think pearl white looks quite as good. I have a solution though. The hypostatic bottoms of healing are a really bright white, and even though they do have some like textures on them or like different colors, like I think the very, very bottom of it has silver. You don't see it. It's covered by the boots. So they basically just look like white pants with some like texture here and there. And I think they actually look really, really good with the outfit. So that's pretty easy. You just have to run the raid to get them. Again, it's one of those things anyone can do. And of course, once again, how many times will we make an appearance, my dear Juno circlet? But look how good it looks. It was made for this outfit. Okay, next up is another one that you may consider a little uninspired because it is basically just the Yakaku Dogi set from Tataru's Grand Endeavor. I think that's what it's called. That is a quest line. So if you don't have this already, look up that quest line and do it. I believe you have to have completed Endwalker in order to do that quest line, but it's pretty simple. Like, you're literally just following a quest line. You don't have to do anything too crazy, and you will be able to get this gorgeous kind of yukata-esque outfit with the Beautiful, beautiful tattoo going up the arm onto the chest. Really, really great piece. And I've paired it with these like Pagos field wraps. They're dirt cheap on the market board. I will say the hat that I have, this was a little ladies event piece. So you won't, like, you can get it on the Mog Station, but if you don't want to pay for that, there are like literally a bunch of flowers you can get in the game just off the market board, just like little flowers. They're usually called corsage to put in your character's hair. There are cherry blossom ones, but the downside is they don't really match the color of the tattoo, so I didn't love them, but they would be an option. Now, for the bottom of this, because it kind of annoys me the way that it dyes because it leaves this one panel black, so if you're trying to do like a really cute pastel color, you're in like a pastel mood, you might kind of not like that because you've got like all the pastel and then there's just like this black panel. Like, I really don't get why it dyes that way. It doesn't make sense to me. It's another 2 dye channel fail. Like the top part dyes fine, but the skirt part, no, it doesn't. So I have some options for you. So you can get the Shishu Bujin Kiribakama, which you can either go and do, I think, Mount Rokon, the variant dungeon for this. You can farm that, farm the pot sherds, and then turn them in and get it, or you can be lazy and buy it off the market board. Those are your options. There's also the Asuran Hakama of Healing, which costs 60 Centurio seals. You can get it from an NPC called Yolaine in the Forgotten Night in Ishgard. So those are some options that you could use for the bottom instead that will still like match this top and have like the same kind of yukata vibe, but not have like that icky black panel, because it's like I love the bottom, but if you're not using a dark color, it just, why does the panel stay black? And speaking of the Asuran Hakama thing, the top that goes with that is fire and you should get it. Anyways. Next up, I've got a little bit of a cutie patootie but still suave outfit because, I don't know, I was just like, so many of my outfits were dark and I wanted something a little lighter, but I still wanted him to look kind of cool and manly, I guess. I don't know. I know he's wearing a flower crown, but I still think he looks manly. I don't care about the, like, it's just, I like the colors and it's really cute. So anyway, this is basically just the bouncer holster set. I only swapped out the gloves. The bouncer gloves would look really good with this, but I used the street gloves. So if you don't have those, because they are Mog Station bees, you could use the bouncer gloves. Weirdly, I actually kind of like the calfskin rider gloves the best with this, but if you're poor and you don't want to pay for that, you could use the Eorzea 51 gloves. And then once again, we have the flower crown that we saw before. This is on the Mog Station. You could put whatever you want as the hat. Again, you're gonna have to come up with your own hat ideas, because the only things that work on Bunny Boy are like flowers and circlets. So, you know, good luck with the hats. Enjoy the hats. Enjoy them for me, because I cannot. I actually love the flower crown with this though. I think it's so cute. I just love it so much. He's so beautiful and handsome and perfect. And that's why you play a Bunny Boy. Okay, so this next outfit I'm actually really proud of. This is using the new Licks outfit that you can get from Occult Crescent for silver coins or whatever the heck they are. This, I'm just using the top, so it's the Licks Chiton. This is one of those tops where I don't want to say it's girly because I don't really think that's accurate, but it is a little, I feel a little harder to make it more like masculine flavored. But I think I've got kind of like a Greek, like, because the top, the vibe that it was giving me was Hercules for whatever reason. I guess the reason is Disney, right? We grew up with that Disney movie. So I really wanted to like lean into that. And you'll see that I have paired it with the Mog Station items. This is actually the Eorzea boots and the Eorzea gloves, which is funny because it's a like more female coded glam, right? But I think they work. And then this Laurel thing is PvP and it's healer only, but it's pretty cool. I really like it. So I'm really proud of how this turned out. I really like it the best this way. However, I understand not everyone is going to shell out $18 for the Mog Station. So another option would be you could use the Juno boots with this. They would work. Dye it the right color. Algo brown. It's algo brown is the right color to match the metallics on the top, by the way. That you could use. And then the Fierce Tyrant gloves, if you have them, I think those two together work pretty well. And then the Fierce Tyrant gloves, you would actually have the dye Keychurn brown, not Algoat brown. I don't know why they look different. I don't know why metallics are weird in this game. If you don't have either of those, you could just throw on maybe the Zormor chaplets. It's going to have a bit of a different look because it's not going to have like the gauntlets. It's going to be more open arm, but I think it still works. But yeah, I'm actually, like I said, really proud of how this one turned out, because this one I think was a challenge for me, because when I first saw it, I was like, okay, how do I make this like fit my version of like masculinity for my bunny boy? I was like, how do I make this look good and cool and like, because it comes with tights, okay? You know what I mean? Like, I was like, that's not what I'm going for. So moving on. If you don't know about this glam, where have you been? This is the Archfiend attire. I can't wear the hat because I'm a bunny boy, but this one you can now get for trophy crystals in the Wolves Den. So it's really, really easy to get. Just PvP your little heart out and you can have this super edgy, awesome, cool outfit. And since I couldn't wear the hat, although admittedly I would not have worn the hat even if I could, because I want to show my character's face, because he's beautiful and handsome and perfect. Why wouldn't I show him off? I chose the Ultima horns, which come from a special fate. Moving on, this next glam uses the Makai Sun Guides top. That's like the male version of the Makai top for the healer. And I did not dye it because I kind of liked the little like red details that were kind of on here. And when you dye it, I don't know, like the details kind of changed, and I just liked it undyed. So I decided to work around it. Most of these pieces are actually really, really easy to get. The Makai one, again, you just have to PvP, get some wolf marks, and get it from the disreputable priest. The pants I chose were actually these martial artist pants, so you can just get those on the market board. They might be a wee bit expensive, so you know, if you can't get them, let's just go to my go-to, the snow linen bottoms of healing, which you can get from an NPC for like, I don't know, 40 or 50k, so you know, there's that. The Gonfaltharian boots also come from an NPC. Those ones are an NPC in Dawn Trail somewhere. That's for you to find out. That's for me to know and you to find out. I don't remember which one, I'm sorry. And then the gloves here, I am using the bunny boy ones, like the Vera ones, so an alternative for you, because you have to be a male Vera to wear these. I would say the Wayfarer's fingerless gloves go pretty well with this, so there's that. And you could also just rock the bell sleeves. Like, the reason I chose these kind of gloves was not only did I like the little gauntlet effect that they had, but I was not, like, I don't mind the bell sleeve, it's fine, but I just like this better, and I kind of, that was what I was going for. I was like, I wasn't vibing with the, like, bell sleeve. I was like, I want it more, like, tapered. So by putting a gauntlet over it, it kind of gave it that, more of that look that I was going for. So if you want to do that, you can do that, or you can just let the bell sleeves bell. Let them live and just wear some other kind of just like normal glove. You could wear the bouncer's gloves or calfskin rider, whatever you think looks good. Enjoy it. And then we have our lovely little face covering. So I think it looks pretty cool. I like it. All right, so I spent some time on the moon. I'm not super duper into crafting and gathering, but I did have to make an outfit for Cosmic, and I obviously got the Star Crew stuff. I don't have all of it yet. I actually gotta go back there and get the rest of it. But here we are using the Star Crew jacket and the Star Crew boots. And I've paired that with, once again, the Bouncer's holster pants. There are a go-to. And the calfskin rider gloves. Now, the little hat piece I chose, as you can see, it's not a hat. It's not a hat. It's actually the Nezha Lady Star, because they made them, once again, they unlocked it to both genders. I just thought it looked cool, and I liked up the center part, which I'm pretty sure I dyed to be the metallic sky blue color. It actually like matches a little bit, kind of like the little turquoise like lighty things on the jacket. And I think they're on the heels of the boots. So that was why I did that, because I thought it was cool that it matched. However, I don't expect anyone to, again, pay $18 just for a little single star to put on your forehead. That would be insane. So something that would look good with it instead, the Moonward Hairpin of Healing, which you can get for sacks of nuts. Or if you don't want it to be roll locked, because right now this outfit is not roll locked at all, you could do like the Shaded Visor, which I think comes from the Vanu Beast Tribe. Allied Society! I'm gonna call it a Beast Tribe for the rest of my life, and you're gonna deal with it. Also, it would look good with the Model A1 or A2 tactical goggles that you get from PvP. Trophy crystals. Speaking of PvP trophy crystals, our next outfit makes use of them because this is basically some of that tech gear that comes from PvP trophy crystals. There's honestly, like, if you're looking for a like kind of fun, cool, casual style glam for a male character, definitely look into all of those PvP gears you can get from trophy crystals, because they're universal, as in like they're just like level 1 and they're not locked to any job or anything like that. You basically just pay your trophy crystals and you get them. So that is always a good option. Now, I paired these with the new like neon shoes. They're like a crafted glam, really loving it. And then some Mog Station pieces, both the street gloves and the street pants. So some alternatives for the pants, you could literally just get the matching ones. This is the C2, the tactical model C2 tactical bottoms. Sorry, I can't talk. The A2 looks fine as well. You could do the snow linen bottoms for healing. We love them. The Craftsman leather trousers, calfskin rider pants, wake doctor pants, unorthodox saint, which was a event pants, like a Santa Claus, like Christmas. They actually kind of look like sweatpants, weirdly. So they actually, like, it's kind of crazy. Like, just don't leave them red, dye them, and they look a lot like sweatpants. That could work. Literally, like, there's so many pants that will look good. You can find your own pants. I believe in you. But those are some options. And then, you know, for the gloves, kind of like same deal. You could get the matching gloves that come from trophy crystals. You could do the bouncer gloves. You could do calfskin rider. I bet some of the Eorzea gloves probably look good. Oh my gosh, I want to say it's like the Lucian ones. There's like a half glove. There's so many gloves, okay? I also believe in you. Funnily enough, please don't call me out. I said I never did Eureka. That's not completely true. The hat is from Eureka, okay? It's like a rare drop in Eureka. It just kind of matched the color that I chose, okay? So that's why I put it on there. I keep calling it a hat. It's not a hat. It's like a little feather thing. But here's the thing. I didn't get very far in Eureka. Like, I spent like a night, like a few hours with some of my friends doing like fates in Eureka, and I don't think I'm above like level 15. I don't know how far I am. I don't even remember, because I remember trying Eureka once and like getting to like maybe level like 7 or something really low, and then my friends pulled me in and they were gonna do it weekly, but I just didn't have the motivation, so I stopped going with them. But not before I got this little cool drop that happens to match this outfit. So anyways, yeah, don't call me out. I know on my last video I said I didn't do Eureka, but I just didn't do enough Eureka that I can consider it for that kind of video where I'm like comparing the exploration zones. I just haven't done enough of it. I just really haven't. And I wasn't there when it dropped either, so I have no clue what the vibe was like when it first came out. Speaking of exploration zones, getting back to the glams, this one is from Bosja. This is from the Bosjan Southern Front. You have to farm this with like Bosjan coins or something. I don't think it's that hard. I don't remember it being that hard. At least for me, because I did Bosja when it came out, I had like a lot of the coins just sitting around, so I literally just had enough to just get the outfit. Nowadays, it's going to be a little bit more work, but look at this. Look at this. It's so worth it. Look at how good. Every piece here, except for the gloves, is just the Bosjan healer stuff. And it's undyed. It looks so good. It looks so freaking good. The reason that I didn't choose the Bosjan gloves, I do think they look good and they look really good with the Bosjan outfit here, but I actually liked the way that the sleeve kind of like poofed out at the bottom, like this like little cuff that kind of like poofs out. It reminded me of those like fancy little like pirate shirts. I don't even think they're pirate shirts. You know what I mean? The little fancy shirts. I'll put a picture somewhere. So I just really liked that. So I wanted a glove that wasn't going to cover it, and the Bosjan glove covered it. No hat this time. There is a cap that comes with it. I couldn't tell you. I don't know what it looks like because I can't wear it. So, and I don't remember because I wouldn't have worn it on my female character. I don't know. You tell me. In your next life, you will be an NPC. That is what this outfit says. This outfit, you've probably seen, if you remember, there's like some NPCs like back in the day, like back in ARR even, I think like wearing this. I feel like there's a villain character who wears this. So like get in your NPC villain arc with this top. This comes from the Gold Saucer, and I actually do really like it. Can you believe that I paired this with the Snow Linen Bottoms of Healing though? Like, oh my god, incredible. I just think it looks cool. Okay, I think this top, I actually kind of really like it. I like the deep V. It has 2 dye channels as well, and if you want, you can make it like a fun color. You can brighten up your day, but if you want to look like the villain NPC, well, if you want to do that, don't dye it. But like, or dye it black. Be me and dye it black. I dye everything black, but I think it looks good. I actually really like this top. I don't know if you're gonna believe this or not, but we have made it to the final glam. This is glam number 20, my friends, and we are ending off with a casual but cute, put together, classy, gentlemanly outfit, okay? Of course, with a little hair corsage, because I can't wear hats. Actually, the varsity hat maybe would look cute with this, but I don't care because I like the flowers, okay? If you don't like the flowers, you're toxic. Toxic masculinity. I'm pinning it on you right there. Anyways, we have the Frontier jacket. Easy to get if you are not... What is that thing that one Twitch girl, was it Pokemon? If you're a broke boy, just say so. If you can afford this top, you can get this top, or you can run maps and get the item for it. I don't know. It's the Frontier top. I really like it. The pants and the shoes are all from Island Sanctuary. Once again, you have to do Island Sanctuary. Like, there's good stuff in there. I'm sorry, you have to do it. It's not the best content ever, but like I said, you can do it kind of passively, so it's not a big deal. And then we have our beautiful corsage. And I did throw on this little earring here. I don't really love that it and the corsage are on the same side, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's my final outfit. I actually really like it. This is another one that I think is really good for those moments where like, I'm kind of tired of wearing all black. I'm kind of tired of like the edgy looks. I'm kind of tired of like the heavy armor looks, and I'm ready to just like chill, be casual. He looks like he's ready for a date night. Like, he's super cute and put together. I love it. I absolutely positively love it. And I think we're ending on a really strong note. So those are 20 glams that are hopefully masculine enough for you all. I know there's a lot of girls that play male Viera too, and I'm really hoping that you're going to be here in my comments rooting for me. Unlike the dudes that have told me that my glams are not manly or masculine enough. So I hope that you're here and that you like these glams and that they give you inspiration. And that if you're a dude, I hope I could still help you. And if not, I'm just gonna say toxic masculinity. I'm just gonna cry about it. But no, I think there's something here for everyone. I really do. I really hope so. Just let me know in the comments what was your favorite glam? Which one? Let me know. I want to know. And with that, please consider leaving a sacrifice to Lord Algorithm in the form of a like, comment, share, or subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to my channel members for supporting me. Bye!